you. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man,
we are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. First carry for Darius Geis, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, it's Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Geis with a carry on second down, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Out of the gun, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Back to the ground game now with Geis, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Smith now to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
I got slide 80.
He'll get it up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
4 down. Hey, 5. You got 50.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Play action. Now Wilson. He finds an opening past the 40. Baldwin with it over the middle. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's Carson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Caught left side by Cobb. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's got this down to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Come on, let's go.
This is Carson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Barkevious Mingo in that time on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on second down is Smith. Dumps it off for Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Smith now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Smith now from the gun, he'll throw. And an Allen. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But Only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
2 minutes to They'll toss it out to Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cut, 14. Got it. 14. Go, 14.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Boy, shifts past him. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, back up. Tiger.
Now Smith operating from the gun. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Tiger. Hey, back up.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. This one caught by Crowder. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Let's go. Hey, let's roll.
On 3rd down. It's Thompson, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
15, yeah. Ready, fire, Nady!
Smith on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
15. I got 580. I got.
Operating from the gun, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, back up.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And it's a fumble. Into the Redskins. Have it, they do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now it's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On the handoff, it's Geis down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Paul Richardson, 30 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins. gets safely through. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
19. What? 280.
On second down, here's Wilson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Now it's Carson. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A carry now for McKissick. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll run it here. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Wilson flushed out right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Right. Yellow.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, this is Geis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And bulldozing his way through. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Hey. Four down. Head. Wide, Edie. Hey, back up.
They'll run with Geis, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Hey, gun. Get wide, Edie.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Get wide, Edie. Hey, back up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
14. Gun.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
And they'll go on the ground. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gotta go. 14.
Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He hits Baldwin right side. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, touch 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
Tempo.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Back to throw. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat.
And got his man complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run it here with Thompson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Chris Thompson with time running out. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind. Great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.